Okay, come on, Selina. Cats always land on their feet.
Selina Kyle, otherwise known as Catwoman within the 2004 The Batman universe, is a charity fundraiser by day and a cat burglar by night. Selina is one of the few criminals that actually doesn't commit crimes to hurt people and instead commits them for simple materialistic gain. She also actually has a heart as well as morals, which is something a lot of criminals within Gotham can't say. Selina within this show is more or less the same as she always is. She's highly acrobatic as well as extremely quiet, which results in her being a great thief. She's also very playful when it comes to her interactions with Batman, as she sees it as a flirtatious rivalry. Selina views this cat and mouse game, or cat and bat game if you will, just as that, a game, but it's a game that she's very much interested in. Selina is also shown to be very confident, and not because she's overly cocky and self-absorbed, but because she's confident in the skills that she's mastered. And like with every other depiction, Selina is quite the intellectual. She also shares a similarity with Gearhead, with that similarity being they both love the thrill. Not just the thrill of the crime either, but the thrill of being chased by the Batman. Something else that the series shows is that Catwoman loves all animals. And while yes, she prefers felines, she still believes that all animals belong in the wild without being harmed.
Wild animals belong in the wild, not in cages, and especially not being hunted.
Which goes back to what I said about Selina having a heart. And to go back to what I said about morals, she gives back a few of the things that she stole to Batman, which shows us that she's aware of her wrongdoings, and while yes it's an annoyance, she's capable of making the right decision. Normally, I would cover all the episodes the character I talk about appears in, but for this video, and maybe for a few other videos down the line, I'm just gonna focus on one episode. And the episode we'll be talking about today is Ragdoll to Riches. And the reasons for that is because the episode does a wonderful job at showing us the two sides of Selina, and the second reason is because I really feel like Ragdoll made a great villain for Catwoman. If you watched my Ragdoll video, you'll remember me saying that Ragdoll was very much the Joker for Catwoman. The both of them are similar in many ways, and their personalities also kinda mirror each other, with Ragdoll being the more unhinged and eccentric version of Catwoman, much like Joker is to Batman. The episode Ragdoll to Riches not only shows us how well of a villain Ragdoll would make for Catwoman, but as I said earlier, it also shows us a good blend of Selina and Catwoman, which lets us in on her life outside of her crimes. The episode also shows us her morals that I spoke about earlier, as well as her being able to make the right decisions. As at the end of the episode, she gives the gems back to Batman and makes her escape. We then cut to Wayne Manor, where Selina and Bruce are talking about the gems. Bruce tells Selina that he sold the gems so that she could use the money for a charity of her choice. Once Bruce calls to find out where the money went, he learns that Selina donated the money to the Gotham City Pet Shelter Network. And that news would be the closer for the episode. Even though I only talked about one episode, Catwoman appears in many episodes throughout the series, as well as appearing within many of the comics. But if I were to list them all, we'd be here all day, so I'll spare y'all from that. So something else that made this Catwoman stand out to me personally was the long Halloween inspired design. It's truly one of my favorites within the series. It's such a good and fitting design, and it works really well with the rest of the designs within the show. Another thing that made this Catwoman so great was the amazing voice actress behind her, with that being Gina Gershon, who played Melanie Hawkins in the show Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which if y'all haven't seen, I highly recommend. Overall, this Catwoman is one of my favorites, as we actually get to see a softer and more understanding side to her. We also get a look into her life outside of crime, where we see that she's a charity fundraiser, which adds more depth to her character. She's truly not even a villain at all, and that's another thing that makes her so great. I mean, yes, Catwoman commits crimes, but she doesn't commit them for the sake of hurting others. And that alone is something a lot of the villains within Gotham can't say, which makes Catwoman all the more refreshing. especially after dealing with so many criminals that only want to harm people. Catwoman truly was a perfect fit for this show, and, in my opinion, the show did her character justice. But with all that said, this has been the cunning and compassionate sides of Catwoman. If you made it this far into the video, comment down your favorite Catwoman design. I always love to hear y'all's opinions. I think mine personally would either be the Long Halloween design or the Batman 2004's design. They're just so clean in my opinion. Also, real quick, I just want to go ahead and thank everybody for clicking on this video, and thank everyone that's been showing love and support on all the other videos like this. And thank you to my members as well. I truly appreciate all of you, so seriously, thank each and every one of you. But with all that said, it's been ugly, and I'll see y'all in the next one.